Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. Today's opinion piece will indicate how old I am more than anything else. This is also very pertinent at the moment, especially in these current stressful pandemic times, on how much social media that I let into my life. I no longer have Facebook due to the toxicity and fake news and drama. I have noticed very stressful work colleagues due to the bombardment of pandemic misinformation, lies and racism that is spread across Facebook. I have not used Facebook in many years. Initially, I was actually banned because I didn't agree with the sexualization of women's nipples in advertising. Yet the banning of breastfeeding and women's nipples in particular association with their biological need, necessity and function. Facebook's behaviour and policies represent a patriarchal and condescending attitude that's quite frankly disgusting and should not be supported. When 12 months later they reactivated my account without informing me, I was done. I deleted my account permanently and deleted all of the data allegedly from what Facebook said. I highly doubt it because Facebook has been known to data mine and retain far more information than they admit to. But at least that is the selection that I chose on my side. But this kind of also serves my point. I invite into my life for what I choose and react to external influence how I can. So, Instagram is currently on my hit list as one of the top ones that I am very, very annoyed with at the moment. To be quite honest, I've been annoyed with their policy changes since they got taken over by Facebook, again because Facebook's policies are pretty disgusting. And also the excessive amount of advertisements is getting outrageous and offensive. It is practically every 3 posts or so. And I follow a significant amount of accounts, both personal and professional and business accounts. And some of these business accounts I follow because all of the business accounts I follow is because I use their products. And quite often those products may or may not have been recommended to me by a friend, but I have never purchased anything off of an ad. And I will continue to be that. I will not purchase off of an ad. I notice that because the ads are every 3, it will quite often be the same ad by a different account. I think recently there's been spam with those like couch covers that you put on the couch, but they come from 6 or 7 different accounts. It's exactly the same ad, which means it's spam ads. And quite frankly, their algorithm that picks up female nipples and bans them and yet does not pick up spam accounts from, these types of companies, it's pretty obvious what they're focusing on and not focusing on. They're focusing on gaining ad revenue from any company and, focusing on supporting the patriarchy with their advertising. It's getting super, super frustrating. I do not need Instagram ads to find your product. I do not want Instagram ads to find your product. And I will find your product if it has been recommended to me, either by watching a YouTube video or by a friend, in which case I will research your company first and not purchase it off of Instagram ads. Also, I find it's the same type of garish ad with identical products and separate business names. This is just constant. But social media is you and the choices that you make. I don't go to explore pages and mindlessly scroll through them. I don't follow anyone who could be defined necessarily as an influencer. I don't follow the clan of people whose only point of existence seems to be to exist in social media. I'm going to follow if you're an artist or if you're a producer, and that's on any scale, whether local or internationally famous. I research products that have been recommended by people, and have recently actually stopped watching a YouTube channel who promoted Everlane. The Everlane video I'll link up here, but she is a minimalist channel over, say, an environmental channel or I suppose you would Shell Bizzle on YouTube defines herself as a minimalist, which means the choices that she makes in regards to her minimalism are ethically based in the environment. This other person I was watching, who I've now stopped watching, and it's really unfortunate because she was actually a Perth YouTube maker, and I like to support. Again, so she kind of had she was a local video content producer, which was great, and actually that's why I started watching her, was because she was a Perth producer. Her style is something that I didn't personally like, but that's not why I'm not going to watch you. Separate styles are perfectly okay, and she did have a very bland palette, but I guess a lot of minimalism does. However, she was promoting Everlane, and she got a significant amount of her wardrobe free from the company. And obviously Everlane promotes themselves, and people who wear Everlane in videos promote them as ethical and sustainable and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go check them out and see whether this is true or not. And she has a very limited wardrobe, and also uses limited companies within that wardrobe that she wears, or essentially she wears her favourite companies in her wardrobe. And I researched Everlane, and what I found was quite frankly shocking enough to make me unfollow her. I'll link the Everlane video, as I've said before. And so this is how the reason I've told you the story is that this is how I take responsibility for making conscious decisions about the social media I consume. I don't buy into this hyperbole that social media is good or bad. It's actually, quite frankly, a ridiculous and under-researched argument to say that all social media is one or the other. It is our interaction with social media that matters. And again, that's what I found with Facebook, is it was a lot of sharing of, quite frankly, racist and offensive material, and I found that I didn't want to participate in that type of vile rhetoric. It's our interaction with this social media. It's my interaction with this social media that matters. It matters how I decide to take responsibility for the consumption and intake of media, and it matters how you take responsibility and consume your own. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you all are in the day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.